So let's go ahead and create some recipes that we'll be using throughout the week in Gemini. This morning I decided to make a beef recipe, and so I am in my Gemini log. You can see my breakfast is in there. I'm asking it to save this as beef recipe number 1, and then I'm going to go through my ingredient list as best as I can, telling it exactly how much of exactly what I used was, and then how many servings I'm having of that. So you can see I used a 96% beef. That's going to be a very lean beef, which is great when you're tracking your macros, if you're trying to be in a cut, to reduce how much fat you're getting. I also used a can of black beans to help increase the fiber content, nutritional yeast for some micronutrients, and also that helps amp up the protein content of this. Sorry about my kids in the background. Half an onion, and then 2 tablespoons of tomato paste from Kirkland. I didn't include it, but I also put in a packet of fajita seasonings from McCormick for a little bit of flavor. Awesome. And so here's the breakdown of the entire batch of it, and then how much each serving is. So that's saved. Now I'm going to import a recipe from a website that I frequently use. So AI will actually find it for me. I don't need to copy and paste it, although you absolutely can do that if you prefer. I'm saying I'm making some cottage cheese cookies from eatingbirdfood.com. I want Gemini to import that recipe. And I'm also letting him know that I am going to change some of the ingredients that are used in that list. So let's make sure that everything is correct before we save it in our log. In just a few seconds. Here we go. So you can see at the top it says that it makes 15 cookies. So when I make this, I will want to make sure I'm making 15 cookies. And then I'm going to tell it exactly what I used. I used non-fat cottage cheese from Shamrock. If you notice, a lot of these ingredients are coming from Costco in large batches. So that's kind of a classic shopping trip for us. So I'm using a non-fat cottage cheese from Shamrock, Orgain protein powder, and so I'm just typing all of this in. You know that AI can make mistakes, so the best thing that I could have done is actually taken a picture of the label of all of these ingredients and then told it how much I was using of those ingredients. But I have used a lot of this stuff already so far, so once I have corrected Gemini once about the macros for something, it tends to remember that and log it correctly afterwards. But definitely verify before just trusting that it has everything correct. And then I have noticed that I will make recipes and save it in the freezer. And if it has gone too long, since I've used it, it will forget the recipe. So I gave it a time limit for how long I want it to save that. So